Hello, Jennifer and Sarah here from Elevate Transaction Services. Today we are going to discuss how contractual timelines work, as well as the notice to buyer to perform and demand to close documents.
As always, this is not legal advice and every transaction is different. We always recommend you take some time to read through each document thoroughly.
First, let's discuss how contractual timelines work. When determining contractual timelines, there are two important things to note. The first is that all timelines, with the exception of the initial deposit, are counted by calendar days. The first day after an event, such as acceptance, is considered the first calendar day, or day one. Each consecutive calendar day thereafter is counted when determining the timeline. The delivery of the initial deposit is the only timeline based solely on business days.
The other important thing to note is if the scheduled performance day falls on a weekend or holiday, it will push to the next allowable performance day, which excludes weekends and holidays. So for example, if the close of escrow falls on a Sunday, it will push to the Monday thereafter, unless of course that Monday is also a holiday. Also, there are some dates that the local recorder's office is closed, in which case the close of escrow will be pushed to the next allowable performance day. If you're ever unclear on contractual timelines, you can refer to sections 25I and 25J of the RPA.
Now let's go over two very important forms that help ensure contractual timelines are followed: the notice to buyer to perform and the demand to close. We are only going to cover the notice to buyer to perform, not the notice to seller to perform, as that form is rarely used or needed. Section 14E of the RPA details terms around the notice to perform. However, we are going to go over the actual form and guidelines around its use.
If one party is not performing the specified contractual action, such as failing to remove a contingency or delivering the initial deposit, etc., a notice to perform may be issued. Once issued, the buyer or seller has 2 calendar days to take the applicable action. As previously mentioned, the performance day cannot expire on a weekend or legal holiday, and it would push to the next business day. But remember, if you issue a notice to perform, it cannot expire earlier than the day the contractual obligation is due, and you cannot give the buyer or seller less than 2 calendar days to respond.
The form itself is very simple to fill out. Check the applicable contingency on the left side or the applicable contractual action on the right side. For example, if the buyer's investigation contingency is past due, you would check box I-C on the left-hand side. You also need to ensure that the expiration at the bottom is aligned with the contractual performance date. In the event that the non-performing party does not fulfill their obligations as detailed on the notice, the issuing party may be within their rights to cancel the agreement.
Another important form around contractual timelines is the demand to close, which is detailed in section 14G of the RPA. If one party is failing to close escrow, the other party may issue a demand to close. This gives the non-performing party 3 calendar days to close escrow. A demand to close cannot expire on a weekend, legal holiday, or county closure day. The demand would expire on the next business day. It also cannot expire earlier than the contractual closing day, and you cannot give the buyer or seller less than 3 days to respond.
This form is also simple to fill out. Make sure to fill in the contractual closing date at the top of the form and check the applicable box in either number 1 or number 2. In the event that the non-performing party does not fulfill their obligations as detailed on the demand, the issuing party may be within their rights to cancel the agreement.
As always, we hope you found this video helpful. If you have any follow-up questions, we are happy to answer them for you. Please reach out to us. All of our contact information is on our website at elevatetransactionservices.com. Thank you.
Thank you.